On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, a new resource is opening up on campus that allows queer students who are exploring their gender expression the opportunity to feel validated through their clothing.
And there's a special music duo performing an unreleased song from their upcoming album right here in studio that you won't want to miss. What's Up Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. I'm Noelle Friel.
And I'm Anna Black.
This week, the LGBTQ+ Cultural Center opened a gender-affirming closet for contactless pickup. The center encourages IU students to take what they need and leave what they can. The closet has made a wide range of apparel and accessory offerings available via an online catalog linked to the center's social media pages. Students in need of a gender-affirming wardrobe can submit online requests for any of the 300 listed clean and gently used items. Any donations to the gender-affirming closet can be dropped off on the porch of the LGBTQ+ Cultural Center during Rainbow Car hours.
At this year's Grammy Awards, one special group of winners hit close to home. Pacifica Quartet took home a Grammy for its latest album, Contemporary Voices. The award was under the category of Best Chamber Music / Small Ensemble. This is not the first Grammy that the group has won. Pacifica Quartet earned an award back in 2008 for another album. The small ensemble is based right here in Bloomington. In 2012, Pacifica Quartet was appointed as IU's Jacobs School of Music's Quartet in Residence. Every member in Pacifica Quartet are Jacobs faculty members right here on campus.
Educating, empowering, and engaging strong women is the motto of one student organization in the Kelly School of Business. What's Up Weekly reporter Carly Rasmussen got an inside look into the growing club.
Women & Co. Vice President Caroline Odegaard once received a piece of advice that would have more of an impact on her life than she ever thought.
Isn't that cute? My dad actually told my mom when I was younger that he didn't want me to be a cheerleader, he wanted me to be cheered for. And I think if we make this space for other women to be cheered for, that they feel empowered.
And so Caroline, alongside one of her best friends, Akshita Badapu,
you're so sweet,
joined an organization that does just that. Women & Co. is a Kelly-based club that works to empower women in the world of business. WOCO's main goal is to help women find themselves.
Unless you have a whole understanding of who you are or able to understand what your needs are, whether that's personally or even in the business world, you won't be able to do justice to anything at 100%.
So besides their passion for helping prospective businesswomen find where they belong, it's their year-round ambition that truly makes WOCO what it is.
While March has specifically been about empowering women, our entire mission statement is to help our members figure out who they are as a person within our organization.
But WOCO's work does not end with the individual.
Those relationships that I've built with these women are really important and will carry me throughout the rest of my time at IU, but also will carry me into my career and my future.
It is this selflessness and dedication to members that makes WOCO so unique. So much so that President Akshita measures her own success by the accomplishments of others.
Even if one girl tells me, hey, like Women & Co. taught me that I have these skills that are going to take me into the world, that's all I need.
An organization built on leadership, sisterhood, and individuality.
It looks so pretty though, like it looks really good on you.
WOCO will never stop pushing for women's recognition in business. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Carly Rasmussen.
To keep up with Women & Co. to learn more about the group, you can follow them on Instagram at IU Women & Co. or check out their website at www.iuwoco.org. And speaking of empowering women, Bloomington-based pop rock power duo GraceKellie joins us now in studio. They'll be performing one of their unreleased songs from their upcoming album later on in the show. But before that, let's get to know the faces behind the music. Grace and Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. So how did GraceKellie get started?
Well, we both study audio engineering in Jacobs, and so we met because we have classes together. We're the same year in the program. And we got started midway through our sophomore year because, you know, we were going to house shows and seeing a lot of cool bands, and we just wanted to be a part of it, and wanted to put our own flair, put ourselves in it,
Yeah.
put our own flair on what was happening. 'Cause, we didn't see a lot of girls and women playing music, so that was part of it, and we thought we'd be good at this. We should try it. So that's we didn't have any ways to we weren't in any other bands. I don't know. As I recall, we just kind of wanted to be making music, and it'd be easy to make music with each other. So then we just started a band.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what are both of you studying here at IU?
Audio engineering and sound production.
And do you plan to continue music after graduation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
That's the idea. What's your dream career, would you say?
Oh, that's a good question. Kelly, you want to go first?
I want to work in a studio, recording bands and stuff. So the plan is to move out to LA after I graduate, find a job at a studio.
Yeah, I do a lot of work for sound and theater, and so I kind of want to be a sound designer, but I also want to be a musician. I also just kind of want to record myself and produce myself a little bit, but I think there's time in life for all of it. So I'm, in what particular order, I'm not sure, but yeah.
Sure. Well, definitely seems like you guys are cut out for it. So how often do you guys rehearse and record?
Pretty regularly. We record a lot because all our friends, all our friends and classmates are studying audio engineering, and so they need projects to record, and so they reach out to us a lot. Sometimes we reach out to them and we just say we're sitting on a lot of songs. If anyone wants to help us out and get in on this. But yeah, we recorded 4 songs this semester.
Yeah,
which is
within
kind
a
of
span of 3 weeks.
Yeah, so that was kind of a lot. And the last big burst of recording we did was summer 2019 when we recorded our album. We did 11 songs in even less time.
Yeah, in,
so
3 days.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But yeah, kind of a lot is the answer.
Yeah. And so what is it like kind of balancing, being in the band and also being a student?
That's a good question. It feels very interconnected, honestly. All the work that we do as a band, it feels like it supports our academics, and our academics support the band, just because we learn so much from being musicians in the studio. I think anyway. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And finally, can you tell us a little bit about your upcoming album?
Yeah, our upcoming album is currently untitled. We have a couple names up in the air, and so since we haven't decided yet, we're not making any announcement about it. But it's going to have 8 songs on it. One of them is already released. It's called Vanity, and you can check that out on our Spotify or Tidal, wherever you listen to music. It's out. And this album is a little bit different from our last one. Our last album, Like the Princess, which is also our first album, it's a little bit sillier, I think. A lot of the songs just have kind of silly energy, and this one is a little more powerful in some ways, a little more aggressive in some ways, a little more radio pop in other ways than our last one was. Our last one had it had a slow jam on it, it had kind of a slow folk jam on it, and this one doesn't. It's just kind of a different vibe. We tried a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
What did we try? We tried, one of our songs is a Latin pop vibe.
Inspired.
Latin pop inspired, right, inspired. One of them is a Glass Animals inspired kind of thing, so.
Yeah, super poppy, synthy kind of stuff.
Sounds super cool. I'm looking forward to it. Where can viewers find you on social media?
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at GraceKellie Jam. So Grace, GraceKellie Jams with a Z. So GraceKellie Jams on Instagram and Facebook. And on YouTube. We have 2 music videos on YouTube that you can check out for our songs Horoscope and Vanity. And on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, all the things, we are GraceKellie. It's one word, Kelly with an IE.
All right, sounds good. And thank you guys again so much for joining us today. And coming up after the break, we are going to hear a live performance from GraceKellie singing their new song. And afterwards, we will have a look at this week's trending topics. Stay with us. Welcome back. We just spoke with GraceKellie, a musical pop rock duo from Bloomington, and now we are so excited to hear them perform live.
So without further ado, here's GraceKellie performing their song, Off My Best Behavior. That was GraceKellie performing their song, Off My Best Behavior. I could listen to that song probably all day.
Same here. A big thanks to GraceKellie for that amazing performance. Keep up with GraceKellie by following them on Instagram at GraceKellieJams. Now let's get into this week's trending topics. Last week we mentioned the nominees for this year's Oscars, but how it will be done might surprise you. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts stated that the awards show will be in person and live. No appearances over Zoom will be permitted. The producers for the show sent out a letter asking that all attendees be physically present and dressed in proper attire. For this to happen, the Academy has implemented certain protocols to ensure everyone's safety. Some of these protocols include PCR testing, a COVID safety team, and limited capacity. Only the presenters, nominees, and their guests will be able to make in-person appearances.
For nominees who aren't able to make it, the show will accept it on their behalf. The Oscars will take place in downtown LA at Union Station.
One Hollywood actor is under investigation after recent sexual assault claims surfaced. One woman spoke about her relationship with Armie Hammer and the abuse she experienced while with him.
The 24-year-old woman, who goes by Effie, said that Hammer raped her and carried out other non-consensual acts while together. The relationship took place throughout 2016 to 2020. Hammer declined her allegations of rape. His lawyer also said that all previous relationships have been, quote, completely consensual. Effie is not the only woman to make similar allegations against the actor. Hammer's ex-girlfriend, Paige Lorenzi, also spoke up about his violent behavior. He responded to Lorenzi's allegations in January by stating that all sexual encounters have been consensual.
Hammer separated from his wife of 10 years in 2020.
McCain is apologizing for her previous comments about former President Trump's use of the term China virus to refer to COVID-19.
Comedian John Oliver called out McCain last week for tweeting a Stop Asian Hate graphic following the shootings in Georgia that killed 8 people, most of them Asian women, at Atlanta area spas. After McCain tweeted the Stop Asian Hate graphic, Oliver pointed out that she had defended the term China virus earlier in the pandemic.
The View host took to Twitter condemning violence targeting Asians. She also wrote in part, quote, "There's no doubt Donald Trump's racist rhetoric fueled many of these attacks, and I apologize for any past comments that aided that agenda."
Just days after Oprah Winfrey's explosive interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, many are waiting for a response from the British royal family. While the Queen suggested this matter should be dealt with privately, a royal source has hinted that change may be coming.
A source close to the royal family has said that Buckingham Palace is considering appointing a diversity czar. The consideration for this new role comes after Harry and Meghan's bombshell interview with Oprah, in which the couple claimed there were conversations with Harry ahead of his son's birth about how dark his skin might be.
The source said, quote, "We have the policies, the procedures, and the programs in place, but we haven't seen the progress we would like in terms of representation, and more needs to be done. We can always improve."
And that's what's up this week. Tune in next week for more local entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IUS TV News. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Noelle Friel.
And I'm Anna Black. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.